All chosen ones, listen very, very closely. You absolutely need to see this before tomorrow. Do not scroll away. What is about to unfold between October 6th and October 9th of 2025 is not just another lunar cycle. This is a cosmic reset button, a full spectrum energetic overhaul, and the warnings are now becoming critical. The full moon on October 6th is not just a moon, it is a gateway, a planetary activation event that will irrevocably change everything, and it is aimed squarely at those who are awake. If you are hearing my voice right now, that means you. This message has found you for a reason. There are no accidents in the quantum field. Before we go any deeper into the urgent mechanics of this shift, I need you to do 3 very important things to anchor your energy and protect your frequency. First, like this video to send a signal to the universe that you are receptive to this download. Second, subscribe and turn on all notifications, because the information I'll be sharing over the coming days is time-sensitive and absolutely vital. And third, type the number 999 in the comments right now to signify the completion of an old karmic cycle and your readiness to step into the new. This is your digital sacred seal. Now let's begin. You have already been feeling it, haven't you? That strange electric hum in the air, that feeling deep in your bones that something massive is about to give way. Perhaps your sleep has been erratic, filled with bizarre, vivid dreams that feel more like memories from another timeline. You might be waking up precisely between 3 and 4 a.m., your heart pounding for no apparent reason, your mind racing. This is not anxiety. This is your soul's antenna picking up the incoming frequency waves. The veil is already thinning. The full moon of October 6, 2025, which will peak in its intensity and create a portal that remains wide open until October 9th, is an Aries full moon. But this is no ordinary Aries moon. It is occurring in direct fierce opposition to the Sun in Libra, and both are forming a brutal soul-excavating square to Pluto. Let me translate this from the cosmic language into plain English for you. This is a divine confrontation. Aries is the archetype of the self, the warrior, the I am. It is raw, impulsive, courageous, and demands sovereignty. Libra is the archetype of the other, of relationship, balance and harmony, the will-er. And Pluto is the god of the underworld. It governs death, rebirth, power, and everything that has been buried in the shadows. This alignment creates a cosmic tug-of-war of cataclysmic proportions, and your soul is the rope. This celestial event is forcing a moment of truth upon every single person on this planet. But for the chosen ones, the light workers, the star seeds, the grid keepers, it is a final exam. For months, perhaps even years, you have been navigating a delicate balance. You've been trying to hold your light while accommodating the dense energies of others. You have been playing small to keep the peace in your family, your workplace, or your relationships. You have been dimming your truth to maintain a fragile harmony. The universe is now saying, in no uncertain terms, that time is over. The Aries full moon is a warrior's cry, a blast from the cosmic trumpet that is activating your divine blueprint. It is forcing you to choose yourself, to choose your mission, to choose your truth, even if it means shattering the false peace of the Libran compromise. The Plutonian energy is ensuring that this is not a gentle negotiation, it is a demolition. Any relationship, any job, any belief system, any habit that is not in alignment with your highest soul's path will be brought to the surface to be annihilated. This is the urgent warning. This is why you must act now. You are being asked to let things burn. The period from October 6th to the 9th is a crucible. You will feel the heat. You will be tested. You will be pushed to a breaking point, and that breaking point is precisely where your breakthrough lies. Think back over the last 6 months. Think about the recurring frustrations, the situations that have made you feel trapped or unseen. Think about the dynamics where you have consistently given your power away. These were not random struggles. These were the universe highlighting the exact sections of your life that are about to be bulldozed by this lunar energy. This full moon isn't just illuminating what is wrong, it is providing the rocket fuel to obliterate it. But here is the critical warning. If you cling to what is meant to fall away, you will be dragged into a timeline of immense struggle. The energy of this portal is so potent that it is creating what is known as a timeline split. Those who have the courage to release, to walk away, to speak their truth, and to reclaim their sovereignty will be catapulted onto an accelerated 5D timeline of purpose, clarity, and authentic connection. Those who hesitate, who allow fear to govern them, who cling to the sinking ships of the past, will find themselves anchored in a denser repeating loop of the very lessons they refuse to learn. The choice has never been more stark, and the window to choose is closing. This is not to create fear, but to instill a sacred urgency. Your passivity is no longer an option. The universe is demanding your active participation in your own liberation. This is the major energy shift that will hit everyone, but it will define the next chapter for the awakened. If you are feeling a deep resonance in your soul right now, if your entire body is covered in goosebumps or tingling with energy, that is the confirmation that your higher self is screaming yes. Just take a moment, place a hand on your heart, and comment below "I receive" to vocally and energetically accept this cosmic assistance. Let's talk about the symptoms, because they are already beginning and they will intensify on a physical level. Do not be surprised if you experience sudden heart palpitations or flutters. This is not a medical emergency in most cases, but a spiritual one. It is your heart chakra being forcibly recalibrated to a higher frequency. You may hear high-pitched ringing in your ears. This is not tinnitus. These are light codes, packets of data from your guides and your future self, being downloaded directly into your consciousness. Many will experience extreme fatigue, a bone-deep exhaustion that sleep cannot seem to touch. This is because your energetic body is undergoing a massive upgrade while your physical body tries to catch up. Conversely, some of you will experience surges of restless manic energy, a desire to clean, to create, to move. This is the Aries fire coursing through your veins. Honor it. Headaches, especially around the crown and third eye, are common as your upper chakras are activated. Pay close attention to your gut. Your digestive system is your second brain and your primary intuitive center. Any sudden digestive issues are a sign that you are struggling to process a dense emotion or trying to stomach a truth you are not yet ready to admit. Do not ignore these physical signs. They are messages from your soul, written in the language of the body. On an emotional level, prepare for a tsunami. This portal is a profound purification. You will find yourself crying for reasons you cannot name. You will feel waves of profound grief for a past that is finally dissolving. Sudden, explosive anger may erupt, seemingly from nowhere. This is not you. This is centuries of suppressed ancestral rage and personal disempowerment leaving your system. Let it move through you without judgment. Do not attach to it. Observe it, thank it for its message, and let it go. You may feel incredibly lonely, even when surrounded by people. This is because your frequency is shifting so rapidly that you are becoming energetically incompatible with your old environment. This is a temporary state of being in the chrysalis. It is essential that you grant yourself moments of profound solitude during this window of October 6th through 9th. Do not force social interactions. Do not explain yourself to those who will not understand. Your energy is sacred, and right now, it is undergoing delicate and profound surgery. You must protect it at all costs. The outside world will feel louder, harsher, and more chaotic than ever before. This is a sign that your inner world is becoming more refined and sensitive. It's a good thing. It is a sign of your awakening. The mental plane will be a battlefield. This is where the most significant part of the warning comes into play. During this portal, the veil between the conscious and subconscious mind dissolves. Your deepest fears, your most ingrained limiting beliefs, your shadow self, they will all come out to play. The shadow's goal is to convince you to stay small and safe. It will whisper all the reasons why you can't leave that job, why you can't end that relationship, why you have to tolerate the disrespect. It will use the logic of the 3D matrix to try and trap you. Your job is to become the silent observer of these thoughts, to recognize that they are not you. They are programming. They are the static of a dying frequency. Your soul's voice is the one that speaks of freedom, of expansion, of courage, even if it feels terrifying. It is the quiet, calm whisper beneath the roar of fear. You must train yourself, in these coming days, to listen only to that whisper. Meditation is no longer a luxury, it is a survival tool. Journaling is essential. Write down the fearful thoughts, and then consciously write down the truth of your soul. This conscious act of choosing your focus is how you navigate the timeline split. You are the master of your reality, and your thoughts are the steering wheel. Do not let the ghost in the machine drive you into a dead end. Finally, let's talk about the synchronicities. The universe will be screaming at you through signs and symbols. You will see repeating numbers everywhere: 11, 11, 222, 444, 999. These are not coincidences, they are mile markers on your spiritual journey, confirming that you are on the right path. You will overhear conversations that seem to hold the exact answer to a question you just asked in your mind. A song will play on the radio with lyrics that speak directly to your heart. Animals may behave strangely around you, or you may see specific spirit animals repeatedly. Pay attention. The universe is leaving you a trail of breadcrumbs to guide you through this portal. But you must have your eyes open to see them. Remove the word coincidence from your vocabulary during this time. There is only orchestration. There is only the divine web of consciousness communicating with itself, and you are a vital thread in that web. Your awareness is the key. The more aware you become of these signs, the more they will appear, and the easier your passage through this transformative fire will be. This is your final confirmation that you are not going crazy. You are waking up, and the alarm clock is about to ring for the entire planet. Your job was simply to wake up first. In the first part of this urgent download, we established the cosmic blueprint of this monumental event. We identified the Aries full moon portal of October 6th to 9th, supercharged by a confrontational square to Pluto, as a definitive timeline split. We decoded the physical, emotional, and mental symptoms that are already surging through your system as your entire being is prepared for this upgrade. Now we must go deeper. It is not enough to know what is happening. A chosen one must understand why it is happening now, and exactly how to consciously engage with these potent energies to ensure you are on the accelerated path of liberation, not the repeating loop of struggle. This is the advanced spiritual mechanics, the sacred instruction manual for your soul's graduation. What is unfolding is not random. It is a meticulously orchestrated divine intervention, a key pressure point in the great awakening of humanity. This full moon is a fulcrum upon which the collective consciousness is being leveraged, and you as an awakened soul are being called to serve as a living anchor for the new 5D Earth frequency. This is your mission, should you choose to accept it, and the tools I am about to share are your sacred technology for success. First, let us zoom out to understand the cosmic timing. This is not just about a single moon in October 2025. This is the culmination of decades of energetic work. We are at the final dramatic death throes of the Piscean Age, an era defined by hierarchy, illusion, hidden knowledge, and martyrdom. We are simultaneously in the chaotic, powerful birth pangs of the Aquarian Age, an era of decentralized power, sovereign truth, community, and technological and spiritual innovation. This full moon portal is a cosmic midwife, violently and powerfully assisting in this birth. The intense pressure you feel is the pressure of a collective rebirth. The Pluto square is the force that is breaking the old world's water. It is dredging up all the poison, corruption, and shadow from the collective unconscious, both globally and personally, so it can be seen, acknowledged, and transmuted. You are seeing this on the world stage as institutions crumble and dark truths are exposed, but the real battleground is within you. The macrocosm is reflecting the microcosm. The universe is not doing this to you, it is doing this for you and through you. It needs you to be the clearest, most authentic, most sovereign version of yourself, so you can hold the light steady as the old structures fall. This is why the pressure is so immense. You are being compacted from a lump of coal into a diamond, and this portal is applying the final necessary force. Now, let's drill down into the personal mechanics of this purification process. This Aries Libra Pluto configuration is designed to trigger what is known as your sacred wound. Every soul, upon incarnating, chooses a primary challenge, a core theme of perceived lack or trauma that will serve as the catalyst for its greatest growth. For some, it is the wound of abandonment. For others, the wound of betrayal, of not being good enough, of being unseen, of being powerless. This astrological alignment is a divine surgeon, and it is locating your specific sacred wound with pinpoint precision and inserting a celestial blade to lance it once and for all. This is why the emotional pain can feel so specific and so overwhelming. If your wound is abandonment, you will find yourself in situations that make you feel utterly alone. If your wound is unworthiness, every single insecurity you have ever had will be screaming in your mind. Do not mistake this for a regression. This is an excavation. The universe is bringing the poison to the surface so it can finally be drained. The warning here is critical. Do not identify with the pain. Do not wrap your identity around the wound. Your job is to witness it, to see it rise and to say, I see you, old story. I see this program of unworthiness. I thank you for the lessons you have taught me about resilience and compassion. But your service is now complete. I release you. This is the moment to alchemize your greatest pain into your greatest power. This is the path of the wounded healer, and this is your final initiation. This entire process is culminating in what can only be described as a full-scale karmic review. The period between October 6th and 9th is like stepping into a spiritual courtroom where your higher self is the judge and your ego is on the witness stand. Every choice you have made that stemmed from fear, every time you betrayed your own soul to please another, every instance where you gave your power away, it will all be replayed for you, not for judgment, but for resolution. You may have sudden, vivid flashbacks to moments from your childhood or past relationships. You may dream of people you haven't thought of in years. These are not random memory dumps. This is your soul showing you the origin points of the karmic loops you have been stuck in. It is showing you the exact moment you signed a contract of disempowerment, and this full moon gives you the golden opportunity to declare that contract null and void. This is not about blaming others. The Plutonian energy demands radical self-responsibility. It is about recognizing your part in the dynamic and reclaiming the power you willingly gave away. This is the final clearing of your energetic slate before the next phase of your mission begins. It is the universe helping you to unpack your bags so you can travel light into the new era. This is not a punishment. It is a promotion. You are being cleared for a higher level of service. As you stand in this cosmic courtroom, reviewing these soul contracts and preparing to step into your full power, I want you to anchor this intention into the quantum field. The universe is listening to your declarations now more than ever. Go to the comments and type with conviction, I am free to claim your liberation from all past karmic entanglements. So, how do you practically navigate this intense internal process without being consumed by it? This brings us to the sacred tools, the practical magic required for this moment. The first and most vital tool is the cultivation of the witness consciousness. You must become the silent, neutral observer of your own experience. When a wave of rage washes over you, the egoic mind will want to latch on, find a target for the anger, and create a story around it. The witness consciousness simply observes and says, our anger is present. This is a powerful energy of purification moving through my system. When a torrent of fearful thoughts about the future floods your mind, the witness consciousness does not panic. It observes and says, the mind is generating fear programming. Interesting. This is the static of the old matrix. It is not my truth. You must create a space between who you are, a divine eternal soul, and the thoughts and emotions you are temporarily experiencing. This space is your sanctuary. It is your power. Practice this relentlessly. In the car, in the shower, as you walk, constantly bring yourself back to the seat of the observer. This is how you unhook from the drama and stop feeding the very energies that are trying to leave your system. You must stop identifying with the storm and remember that you are the calm, unshakable sky. The second tool is the art of conscious surrender. In our 3D matrix programming, surrender is equated with weakness, with giving up. This is a profound distortion. True spiritual surrender is an act of immense power and wisdom. It is the conscious release of the ego's need to control outcomes. During this portal, you will be shown in no uncertain terms how little you are actually in control of. Plans will fall apart, technology will fail, people will not behave as you expect. This is the universe's way of forcing you to let go of your white-knuckled grip on life. You must surrender the need to know what happens next. You must surrender the need to be right. You must surrender your attachment to an identity that is now too small for your expanding soul. A powerful ritual for this is to take a piece of paper and write down everything you are surrendering. I surrender my need to control my financial situation. I surrender my attachment to this relationship, ending in a specific way. I surrender my fear of the unknown. Write it all out, then safely burn the paper. As you watch the flames consume it, feel the energetic weight of that control lifting from your shoulders. This act of surrender creates a vacuum, and it is in that vacuum that the universe can rush in with miracles, solutions, and opportunities far greater than your egoic mind could have ever conceived. You must let go of the good to make way for the divine. The third set of tools involves anchoring in the new frequency. As you purge the old, you must simultaneously build a strong container for the new, higher vibrational energies that are flooding the planet. If your container is weak, you will feel scattered, anxious, and overwhelmed. The first and most non-negotiable anchor is grounding. You must connect with the earth. Gaia is a conscious being, and she is your greatest ally in stabilizing your energy field. Walk barefoot on grass, dirt, or sand for at least 10 minutes a day. Imagine roots growing from the soles of your feet deep into the core of the earth, and feel her calm, steady energy rising up into your body, anchoring you to the present moment. If you live in a city, hug a tree, or hold a grounding stone like black tourmaline or hematite. Salt baths are also essential. Salt is a crystalline structure that purges dense energy from your auric field. An Epsom salt bath before bed will clear away the energetic debris of the day and help you sleep more soundly. Secondly, hydration is paramount. Water is a liquid crystal, a conduit for information and energy. You are not just drinking water, you are programming your cells. Drink copious amounts of clean, filtered water, and before you drink, hold the glass in your hands and infuse it with an intention. I program this water to cleanse my body, clear my mind, and elevate my frequency. You are literally flushing out the old code and hydrating the new crystalline blueprint of your light body. Furthermore, you must become conscious of the frequencies you are consuming through your eyes and ears. Sacred sound is a powerful tool for recalibration. Listen to high-frequency music, such as solfeggio frequencies. 528 Hz for transformation is particularly potent. Now, binaural beats, or the pure tones of crystal singing bowls. These sounds bypass the resistant conscious mind and speak directly to your cells, helping them to vibrate at a higher, more coherent rate. Conversely, you must enact a strict information diet. The mainstream media and algorithm-driven social media feeds will be weaponized fear factories during this time. The chaos in the external world will be amplified to distract you from your crucial inner work. Unplug. Take a digital detox for these 3 days if you can. If not, be ruthless in curating your intake. Unfollow accounts that promote fear, division, or panic. Your attention is your most precious currency. Do not spend it on anything that lowers your vibration. Your peace is your power. Your focus determines your timeline. Protect it like the sacred treasure it is. This is not about spiritual bypassing or ignoring world events. It is about recognizing that your greatest contribution to the world right now is to hold the highest possible frequency within your own being. You cannot help a drowning world if you are drowning too. You must put on your own oxygen mask first, and that mask is made of peace, grounding, and conscious energetic sovereignty. This is how you become a lighthouse in the storm, not a casualty of it. Finally, we must address the two areas of life where this portal will act as a divine wrecking ball: relationships and career. This full moon is triggering what I call the great relationship sorting. Any connection in your life that is based on trauma bonding, codependency, obligation, or energetic vampirism will be pushed to a crisis point. The Aries energy demands authenticity and independence, while the Libra energy calls for balanced, harmonious partnerships. The Pluto square will expose any imbalance of power. You will suddenly see with blinding clarity who in your life uplifts you and who drains you. Arguments will erupt over seemingly small things, but they are proxies for the deeper, unspoken imbalances. The warning is this: do not try to salvage what is meant to dissolve. Your soul is severing ties that cannot come with you to the next vibrational level. This can be painful, yes, but it is an act of profound self-love. It is creating space for the soul family, the true partnerships, the twin flame connections that are vibrating at your new frequency and are waiting to come in. You must be brave enough to let go of the familiar to make room for the magical. In your career and life purpose, a similar demolition is occurring. The Aries fire is activating your divine mission. You may feel a volcanic, undeniable urge to quit a job that is draining your soul. You may suddenly realize that the path you have been on is no longer yours. This is your soul screaming for alignment. Do not panic. Listen to this sacred dissatisfaction. It is your inner compass recalibrating. You don't have to have the entire 10-year plan figured out. You just have to take the next most courageous step away from what is false. Trust that as you leap, the net will appear. The universe rewards courage, not comfort. This portal is designed to get you so uncomfortable in your misalignment that you have no choice but to leap towards your destiny. This is the moment where your true path begins, but it requires you to walk away from the well-trodden road that is leading you nowhere. We have now journeyed from the celestial blueprint of this October 6th to 9th portal, through the deep psychological and karmic mechanics of its purging fire, and into the practical, sacred tools for grounding and anchoring your energy. We've established that this is a crucible for your sacred wound and a final courtroom for your karmic contracts, particularly in the realms of relationships and career. But now we must enter an even more subtle and powerful dimension of this experience, the realm of dreams, symbols, and direct communication from the divine. During this potent 3-day window, the veil between your conscious reality and the higher dimensional realms is not just thin. It is practically non-existent. Your guides, your ancestors, your higher self, and the consciousness of the cosmos itself will be communicating with you constantly. But they do not speak in the direct, literal language of the 3D world. They speak in the language of synchronicity, intuition, and most profoundly, through your dreams. To ignore this channel of information is to try and navigate a hurricane with your eyes closed and your ears plugged. What I am about to share is your guide to becoming a master interpreter of this divine language, to transform your dream state into a classroom, and your waking life into a treasure map of cosmic clues. Let's begin with the dreamscape, because for many of you, this is where the most intense and confusing activity is already happening. Your dreams during this portal will be hyper-vivid, multi-sensory, and often deeply symbolic. You may wake up feeling as if you've just lived an entire lifetime in another reality. This is because your consciousness is not merely dreaming, it is actively time-traveling, accessing the Akashic records, and engaging in astral plane lessons and healing work. The first key is to honor your dreams as sacred texts, not as random neurological firings. Keep a dream journal by your bed, and the very first thing you do upon waking, before you check your phone, before you even fully open your eyes, is to write down everything you can remember. Do not try to interpret it immediately. Just capture the raw data, the people, the places, the feelings, the colors, the strange objects. The act of writing it down signals to your subconscious that you are taking its messages seriously, which will in turn enhance your recall for the following nights. Now let's look at the common dream archetypes that will be appearing during this Aries-Pluto activation. Many of you will dream of houses. A house in a dream almost always represents the self. Pay close attention to the state of the house. Are you discovering new beautiful rooms you never knew existed? This is your higher self showing you the untapped potential and new aspects of your identity that are now coming online. Conversely, is the house crumbling, on fire, or flooding? This is a clear symbol of the old self, the old identity, and the old belief structures that are being demolished. Do not fear this dream. It is a confirmation of the necessary Plutonian clearing. Are you frantically trying to pack or find something in a cluttered, chaotic house? This represents the karmic baggage and old emotional clutter you are being urged to sort through and release. Water dreams will also be extremely common, as water represents the emotional body. Calm, clear, beautiful water signifies emotional healing and clarity. Turbulent, dark or murky water, or dreams of tidal waves and tsunamis, represent the massive emotional purge we have been discussing. Your dream is giving you a visual representation of the scale of the emotional energy moving through you. Do not be afraid of the tidal wave. Your only job is to learn to surf it, to ride the emotional energy without being drowned by it. Dreams involving teeth falling out are another classic sign of profound transformation. Teeth represent your ability to grasp and process reality, your sense of power, and how you communicate. When they fall out in a dream, it signifies a release of an old way of being, an old persona. You are losing your bite in the old world because you are growing a new one for the new world. It can also signify a fear of being powerless during this transition, a fear you are being asked to face and release. Finally, pay attention to any encounters with deceased loved ones or guides. During this portal, the ancestors are gathering. They are here to offer support, guidance, and to assist in the healing of ancestral karmic lines that you are the designated carrier for. If a loved one appears in your dream, listen closely to their message. It will almost always be simple, loving, and reassuring. They are your cheerleaders from the other side, confirming that you are not alone in this process. By learning to decode these core symbols, you transform your 8 hours of sleep from a passive rest state into an active, co-creative session with your soul. As you become a conscious participant in your dream world, I want you to set a powerful intention tonight. Before you sleep, hold a glass of water and say aloud, "Tonight, I ask my guides and my highest self to bring me the clarity, healing and guidance I need to navigate this sacred portal with grace and courage. I am ready to receive." Then drink the water and place your journal by your bed. Now affirm this collective intention by commenting below. I am a conscious dreamers to activate this ability. Now let's transition from the inner world of dreams to the outer world of waking synchronicity. As I mentioned, the universe is leaving you a trail of breadcrumbs. Your job is to become a divine detective, piecing together the clues. Let's get more specific about what to look for. Beyond the repeating numbers, you need to pay attention to sacred echoes. This is when a theme, a word, an image, or a concept appears to you from 3 or more different, unrelated sources in a short period. For example, you might be thinking about the concept of sovereignty. Then you overhear someone on the street say the word sovereign. Later that day, you see a book in a store window with sovereign in the title. This is not a coincidence. This is the universe using the holographic nature of reality to amplify a message. It is screaming. Pay attention to this. This is your keyword right now. When you notice a sacred echo, stop and ask yourself, what does this concept mean to me right now? Where in my life am I being called to embody this more fully? These echoes are your personalized curriculum from the cosmos. Nature will also be a primary oracle for you during this time. The behavior of animals, birds, and even insects carries profound meaning. This Aries moon is a fire moon, so be on the lookout for messengers associated with the spiritual fire of transformation. Seeing a hawk or an eagle circling overhead is a powerful sign to rise above your current circumstances and see the bigger picture from your soul's perspective. The sudden appearance of a snake or a spider is not something to be feared. These are ancient symbols of death, rebirth, and the creative life force. They are confirmations that you are shedding an old skin and weaving a new reality. Even something as simple as a feather appearing on your path is a direct message from your angelic team, a little hello from heaven to let you know you are protected and guided. Open your senses. Feel the direction of the wind. Notice the shape of the clouds. The entire natural world is a living, breathing oracle, and during this portal, its messages will be clearer and more direct than ever before. You just need to remember how to listen. This brings us to the most powerful way to actively co-create with these energies: ritual. A ritual is not just a set of empty actions, it is a way of focusing your intention and energy to create a tangible effect in the quantum field. It is a way of speaking to the universe in the language of action and symbol. I am going to give you a simple yet profoundly powerful full moon release ritual to perform on the night of October 6th or on any of the nights through the 9th. This ritual is designed to work with the specific Aries-Pluto energies of demolition and rebirth. You will need a pen, a piece of paper, a fire-safe bowl or cauldron, and a candle, white for purity or red for Aries fire. Find a quiet space where you will not be disturbed, preferably where you can see the moon. Light the candle and take several deep breaths, calling in your guides and grounding your energy. On the piece of paper you will create 2 columns. On the left side at the top write, I now release. On the right side write, I now call in. Under the I now release column, be brutally honest. Write down everything that this portal has brought to the surface for you. Do not be polite. Use the fiery Aries energy. Write down the limiting beliefs here. I release the belief that I am not good enough. The toxic dynamics. You are Droot. I release my attachment to person's name's approval. The fears. You are Droot. I release my fear of financial instability. The habits here. I release my habit of procrastinating on my soul's calling. Pour all the poison, all the pain, all the shadow onto the paper. This is your formal declaration of release. Feel the weight of each item as you write it down. When you are finished, read the entire list aloud and end by saying with conviction, by the power of this sacred full moon, I declare these contracts, beliefs and energies null and void, across all timelines, dimensions and realities. It is done. It is done. It is done. Now carefully and safely, set the paper on fire and drop it into your fire-safe bowl. As you watch it burn, visualize the energetic cords attached to these things being severed. See the dense energy turning into smoke and dissolving into the ether, transmuted into neutral light. This is a profound act of spiritual alchemy. But we are not finished. The universe abhors a vacuum. Now you must consciously fill the space you have just created. Turn your attention to the I now call in column. You prepared? Under this heading, write down everything you wish to embody and experience on your new timeline. Use the present tense, as if it is already so. I am sovereign and free. I am financially abundant, supported by my soul's work. I attract loving, respectful and reciprocal relationships. I am courageous and confidently walk my divine path. Write down the feelings, the states of being. This is you writing the script for your next chapter. When you are finished, read this new list aloud with joy, passion and gratitude. Feel the energy of each statement as if it were already your reality. End by saying, I accept this or something greater for my highest good and the highest good of all. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Keep this second list on your altar, by your bed or in your wallet. Read it every morning and every night for the remainder of this lunar cycle. You have just consciously performed energetic surgery on yourself. You have cleared the old programming and installed the new. This is how you work with magic. This is how you consciously steer your ship through the storm and into the harbor of your desired reality. This ritual is your key to unlocking the full potential of this powerful portal. Do not underestimate its power. You are a creator god, /God goddess, and it is time to remember how to use your power. Now that you have performed the sacred act of release, now that you have watched the paper of your past turn to ash and declared your powerful intentions for the future, you have stepped across a threshold. You are now standing in the most potent, the most delicate, and the most magical phase of this entire cosmic event. This is the eye of the hurricane, the silent moment between demolition and creation. This is the 0-point field. Most people who engage in spiritual work miss the profound importance of this transitional state. They rush from releasing the old to grasping for the new, but the true alchemy happens here, in the sacred stillness, in the divine vacuum you have just created. What you do, and more importantly, what you don't do in the hours immediately following your ritual, will determine the trajectory and speed at which your new reality crystallizes. Listen with every fiber of your being, because these next instructions are for the advanced soul who is ready to move from simply experiencing an upgrade to consciously mastering the art of quantum creation. The first thing you will notice after the ritual is a feeling of profound lightness, perhaps even a sense of being untethered or dizzy. This is your energetic body recalibrating to the absence of the immense density you just released. For years you have been carrying invisible energetic boulders, and now they are gone. Your very frequency has pitched higher. Your job in these moments is not to question this feeling, but to allow it, breathe into it. Feel the space you now occupy. This is the sacred void, the womb of all creation. In the 3D matrix, a vacuum is seen as a problem to be filled. In 5D reality, the vacuum is the canvas upon which the divine paints. Your ego will hate this void. It will find the silence deafening and the emptiness terrifying. It will immediately try to fill it with old thought loops, new anxieties, or a frantic need to figure out what's next. You must command the ego to stand down. This is not a time for planning or strategizing with the logical mind. This is a time for being. You must consciously and intentionally hold the void open. This is an act of supreme faith. It is you telling the universe, I have cleared the space. I trust you to fill it with what is for my highest good. I will not contaminate this sacred ground with my old fears or limited expectations. It is within this 0-point field that the universe will present you with the final tests. This is a critical phenomenon that every initiate on the spiritual path must understand. Immediately after you have made a powerful declaration of change, after you have severed a karmic tie or released a limiting belief, the universe will send you an echo of the old reality to test your conviction. It is the final exam. For example, mere hours after you performed the ritual to release your attachment to a toxic ex-partner, you will receive a text message from them out of the blue. You, who have just declared your sovereignty, are now presented with a direct test. Will you reply from your old codependent pattern, or will you honor your newfound freedom by ignoring it, or responding from a place of detached, loving neutrality? If you released a deep-seated fear of financial lack, you may suddenly receive an unexpected bill, or a client may cancel. This is the universe asking, did you really mean it? Have you truly shifted your belief, or was it just words on a paper? The test is not a punishment. It is a gift. It is an opportunity for you to immediately embody your new frequency in a tangible, real-world scenario. The way to pass is not with force, but with grace. When the test appears, you must pause. Take a deep breath. Feel into the new sovereign you that was born in the ritual, and you respond, or choose not to respond, from that higher state of being. You do not get triggered. You do not get pulled back into the old drama. You simply observe the test, smile with the wisdom of your soul, and make a different choice. With every test you pass in these crucial hours, you anchor your new timeline more deeply and permanently. This sacred void is also the prime time for conscious receiving. In part 3, we prepared the list of what we are calling in. Now, we must open the channels to receive the corresponding light codes, blueprints, and divine inspiration. Your ritual was you placing an order with the cosmos. This period is you sitting patiently and receptively at the table, waiting for the delivery. Find time to sit in absolute silence, with no distractions. Close your eyes, place your hands over your heart, and simply say, "I am open to receive. I am ready for the highest and best guidance for my path forward." Then just listen. The answers will not come from your logical mind. They will arrive as sudden flashes of insight, an aha moment that instantly solves a problem you've been wrestling with for months. They will come as a flood of creative energy, a sudden urge to paint, write, or design something that feels channeled from a higher source. They will come as a feeling, a deep, quiet, unshakable knowing in your gut about the next right step to take. Do not chase these downloads. Create the space, state your readiness, and allow them to land. This is how you receive your new mission directives. This is how the universe delivers the blueprint for the life you just called in. Keep your journal close, for the insights will come rapidly, and you will want to capture this divine dictation. During this peak integration window, you are being recoded at a cellular DNA level. You must consciously support your physical body through this profound transformation. Your body is a sacred vessel, and it is working overtime to house this immense new light. This is not the time for dense heavy foods, alcohol, or excessive caffeine. These substances lower your vibration and create static in your field, making it harder for the new codes to anchor. Instead, you must gravitate towards high-frequency nourishment. Drink enormous amounts of pure structured water, water that you have blessed, or water that has had moonlight shine upon it. Eat light, living foods, fruits, fresh vegetables, simple grains. Think of it as feeding your light body, not just your physical body. Expose your skin to the sun, allowing the photonic light to activate your cells. If possible, stand under the moon at night, and allow its gentle silvery light to soothe your auric field. You are a bioelectric being, and you are literally upgrading your internal operating system, providing your body with the highest quality fuel and the cleanest energy sources is paramount. This is the practical physical side of anchoring your 5D consciousness into your 3D form. You must become a temple for your own divinity. This delicate, powerful, and intensely personal period is the bridge. It connects the world that was to the world that is being born through you. It is the sacred pause that contains all potential to navigate it successfully, is to step into the role of the conscious creator, the master alchemist. You are learning to be comfortable in the quantum field of infinite possibility, to trust the silence, to pass the final tests of your old self, and to receive the divine architecture for your new life. You have done the hard work of demolition. Now, you must master the subtle art of sacred becoming. As you sit in this powerful space of potential, consciously holding the void and awaiting the divine blueprint for your next chapter, anchor this state of being. Affirm your trust in the process. Go to the comments right now and type, "I trust the void," to declare your faith in the unseen and your readiness for the miracles that are now crystallizing for you. We have now journeyed through the heart of the storm. We have dissected the cosmic energies of the October 6th to 9th portal, understood its role as a great karmic purifier, and armed ourselves with the sacred tools of the witness consciousness, conscious surrender, and divine ritual. We have learned to interpret the subtle language of our dreams and the profound synchronicities of our waking life. We have stood in the fire of an Aries full moon, squared by the Plutonian force of demolition and rebirth, and we have done the courageous inner work. But what happens now? What happens on October 10th and beyond, when the peak intensity of the portal has passed, but the world, and more importantly, you have been irrevocably altered? This is the final and most crucial part of this transmission. It is one thing to survive a hurricane. It is another thing entirely to know how to rebuild in its aftermath, to consciously architect a new reality on the cleared ground. This final download is your blueprint for navigating the new Earth frequency, for integrating your profound upgrades, and for stepping fully into your sacred mission as a chosen one in this dawning Aquarian age. The immediate aftermath of this portal, The period from roughly October 10th to the end of the month can be best described as the divine disorientation phase. You may wake up feeling strangely empty, almost hollowed out. This is not a negative sign. This is the sacred vacuum we created with our release work. The old energetic density, the constant mental static of worry and fear, the heavy emotional burdens you carried for so long, they are gone. And the silence they leave behind can feel unsettling at first, simply because it is unfamiliar. You have become accustomed to living in a state of internal noise and struggle. Peace can feel like a foreign land. Your first task is to allow yourself to acclimate to this new internal quietude. Do not rush to fill the void with new distractions, new goals or new dramas. This is a sacred period of integration. Your physical, emotional, and spiritual bodies have just undergone the equivalent of major surgery, and this is your recovery. Rest is not a luxury during this time. It is a mandate. Your soul needs time to anchor these new high-frequency light codes into your cellular structure. Pushing yourself adhering to old 3D matrix standards of productivity will be profoundly counterproductive and could even cause you to short-circuit your new energetic system. Sleep when you are tired, eat clean, nourishing foods, and spend as much time in nature as possible. Allow yourself to just be. This brings us to the most tangible consequence of the timeline split: the great bifurcation of realities. As you emerge from this portal, you will begin to notice a stark divergence between your experience of reality and that of those who are still operating on the old 3D frequency. You will be speaking the same language, but you will not be able to understand each other. You may try to share your newfound sense of peace or your spiritual insights with a friend or family member, and they will look at you with a blank stare, completely unable to compute what you are saying before changing the subject back to a 3D level problem. Conversely, their conversations, centered around fear, blame, and limitation, will sound like a foreign dialect to you. There will be less and less common ground. Please hear this with your heart. This is not about judgment. It is not about spiritual superiority. It is a matter of pure energetic physics. You are now tuned to a different radio station. You cannot hear their broadcast, and they cannot hear yours. The most compassionate thing you can do is to release them with love. Release the need for them to understand you. Release the need to save them or wake them up. Your role is not to drag anyone across the finish line. Your role is to become such a radiant, unwavering beacon of light, peace, and sovereignty that your very presence offers them a choice. You become a living invitation to a different reality, but they must choose to walk through the door themselves. Forcing your reality onto them will only create resistance and drain your precious energy. Your mission is to embody, not to proselytize. As these old connections naturally and lovingly fall away, the universe, in its infinite wisdom, will begin to orchestrate the great reunion. You will start to meet your soul family. This will happen in the most unexpected and synchronistic ways. You might strike up a conversation with a stranger in a coffee shop and feel like you have known them for lifetimes. You will discover online communities or local groups of people who speak your language, who see the world as you do. These are the connections your soul has been yearning for. These are the relationships based on mutual respect, authentic reflection, and a shared mission. They will not be based on codependency or need, but on the joy of co-creation and sovereign partnership. When you meet these individuals, you will feel an instant sense of recognition, a feeling of coming home. These are the souls who have been through a similar portal experience. They are your new tribe, the co-architects of the new earth. Trust the magnetic pull of your heart. It is your new GPS, and it will lead you directly to those who are meant to walk beside you in this next chapter. Be open, be brave. Say hello to the stranger whose energy feels like sunshine. You are being resorted into your correct energetic family. Now, with your new tribe assembling and your new energetic system online, we must speak of your mission. The demolition phase is over. The construction phase has begun. As a chosen one, an awakened soul, you have incarnated at this precise moment in cosmic history with a unique set of gifts, talents, and codes that are desperately needed for the building of the new Earth. This full moon portal was the final activation sequence for that mission. You may not receive a cosmic memo with a detailed job description, but you will feel an undeniable, powerful pull from your soul in a specific direction. For some, this will be a call to create. You will be flooded with inspiration for art, music, writing, or innovation that carries the new 5D frequency. Your creations will be activation tools, capable of awakening dormant codes in those who experience them. For others, it will be a call to heal. You may be guided to learn a new healing modality, or to start a practice, becoming a guide for those who are just beginning their awakening journey. You will be a midwife for souls in transition. For many, it will be a call to build. You will be inspired to create new systems and communities, holistic education centers, sustainable living projects, decentralized networks that are based on the Aquarian principles of collaboration, transparency, and service to the whole. The key to identifying your specific mission is to follow your sacred joy and your divine curiosity. What makes your heart sing? What topics could you spend hours learning about? Where does your soul feel the most alive and expansive? That is your North Star. The old paradigm taught us that purpose must be a struggle, a sacrifice. That is a lie. On the new Earth, your greatest joy and your greatest service are one and the same. Your mission is not something you do. It is the most authentic expression of who you are. The universe has cleared the decks of everything that is not you, so that the pure, unfiltered essence of your soul can finally shine. Do not overthink it. Do not wait for permission. Take one small, joyful step in the direction of your excitement, and the universe will rush to meet you, opening doors you never knew existed. You have been trained for this over many lifetimes. You have all the knowledge you need locked within your spiritual DNA. This portal was the key that unlocked the door. Now all you have to do is walk through it with trust and courage as you step forward on this path. Ready to build and create, it is time to make one final powerful declaration. This is your vow to your soul and to the universe. This is you accepting your divine assignment. Type in the comments below, with the full power of your being, I am ready to serve, to signal your commitment to your sacred mission. Finally, let us speak of the new energetic reality you will now inhabit. You are no longer living solely by the rules of 3D cause and effect. You have graduated to the realm of 5D quantum manifestation. In this higher frequency, the time lag between your thoughts and your reality collapses. What you focus on, you will create, with astonishing speed. This is both a great gift and a great responsibility. You must become the ruthless curator of your thoughts and emotions. A fleeting negative thought, if held onto, can manifest an undesirable circumstance in a matter of hours, not weeks. A clear, joy-filled intention can bring a miracle to your doorstep by the end of the day. Your energy field is now your primary tool of creation. This is why all the clearing work was so essential. The universe had to wipe your slate clean so you would not accidentally manifest your old fears and limitations into your new reality. Your daily practice now becomes one of conscious reality creation. Start each morning by deciding the emotional state you wish to inhabit. Today I choose to feel joy. Today I choose to feel peace. Today I choose to feel abundant. Feel that emotion in your body now without needing any external reason for it. By generating the feeling first, you become a magnetic beacon that draws in experiences and circumstances that match that frequency. This is the great secret of manifestation. You do not get what you want, you get what you are. You have to become the vibration of the reality you wish to experience. This is your daily work. It is the work of a master. The world around you will still contain chaos, but you will learn to hold your center, your sovereign sphere of peace and joy, no matter what is happening externally. You will become a walking vortex of the new Earth frequency. People will feel it when they are around you. They will feel calmer, more hopeful, more themselves. This is the core of your mission. This is how we change the world, We do not fight the old reality. We starve it of our energy and attention, and we pour all of that life force into building the new one beautiful thought, one joyful feeling at a time. So, as we conclude this journey, remember this: you are not who you were a week ago. You have been fundamentally remade in the cosmic fire. The old you has been honorably discharged. The new you has been activated. Be patient and gentle with yourself as you learn to walk in these new shoes, to wield this new power. The path ahead will not be without challenges, but you are now equipped with a level of inner guidance, resilience, and creative power you have never had access to before. You are the way showers, the grid keepers, the system busters, and the healers. You are the answer to your ancestors' prayers. The full moon of October 6th did not just change a few things, it changed everything. It was the starting pistol for the next leg of our collective evolution, and you, my dear chosen one, are running in the front lines. The world is waiting for the unique light that only you can shine. If this entire transmission has resonated with the deepest truth of your soul, if it has served as the confirmation you have been so desperately seeking, do one last thing to anchor this entire process. Share this video with another soul who you know is going through this awakening, who needs to hear this message of hope and empowerment, and subscribe, because our journey together is only just beginning. We are the architects of a new dawn, and it is time to get to work. Welcome to the new earth, welcome home.